everyone, and welcome back to Open Remote. The Human Rights Film Festival showcases diverse films and topics, and this year, Latin Reel has partnered with the Human Rights Watch Film Festival to co-present the Latin American titles. Joining us to tell us more, we welcome Latin Reel Executive Director Jesus Hernandez and Maxima Director Claudia Sparrow. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Rhina.
Jesus?
Yes.
So, can you share a little bit more about this partnership Latin Reel has with the Human Rights Film Festival?
Sure. We just began to do partnerships that we have been sustaining throughout the year with other organizations and film festivals that to amplify Latinx and Latin American filmmakers. So when I saw these two wonderful films playing at Human Rights Watch Film Festival, I reached out to them to amplify their voice and also support them and reach out to a bigger audience. And that's why we began to do this for the first time.
So before we start discussing the film Maxima, can you share a little bit about the I guess the mission of Latin Reel versus the Human Rights Film Festival and how that partnership was formed?
Yeah, Latin Reel is a year-round film series. We do film screenings year-round, and we try to address the inclusion and diversity of Latinx filmmakers through film. So it's a social justice initiative to support and bring equity through film in New York City.
And so you discovered Maxima, which is a beautiful, I mean, this film has beautiful landscaping. I mean, you could tell that there was a lot put into it. And thank you for being with us today, Claudia, because I know your schedule is a little tight today. So let's just talk a little bit about how long this film even took to make.
Yes, of course. So Maxima tells a story about Máxima Acuña. She's a Peruvian activist. Basically, she's an amazing woman, an amazing human being she's a farmer who cannot read or write, and yet she's standing up to defend her rights against the largest gold mining company in the world, which is a U.S. corporation. And I am Peruvian. I had been living in the U.S. for many years, and yet I had no idea this was happening. So when she won the Goldman Environmental Prize Award, which is equivalent to the Nobel Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize for environmental activists back in 2016, that's when I first heard her story, and I was shocked, devastated, and also I just literally couldn't stop thinking about her and everything she had been going through, and I decided, there's something I had to do as a Peruvian filmmaker. So I reached out and we started working with her since then, basically.
Yeah, since so how many years is that? I mean, I watched a clip of the film, and you could tell that there was a lot of work put into that. There were drones used. I mean, the landscaping is beautiful, the imagery is beautiful, the story is pretty much very similar to what we're going through right now in
Absolutely.
our urban environment.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that her story is so relevant. Even these days, it just shows you that you can go through like the darkest of times, have the biggest challenges thrown at you, face the biggest injustice, and yet you can still create this massive change. It just takes one individual just not willing to take it and standing up to defend their rights, everyone's rights. She's defending land and water that we all depend on at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And so, Jesus, how do you determine what films are going to be represented under the Latin Reel umbrella?
We invite the movies, actually. And then when we partner with another initiative, like we pick and select the movies we align more on our mission with to co-present them, which is the case of Maxima. Maxima is the Audience Award winner at Hot Dogs, which is the most important documentary film festival in North America. It's a powerful film. As Claudia said, it's really timely, and it's a powerful story about indigenous people against greedy corporations.
Right, which is the story we're all going through right now, except for hers is really beautifully captured in a way that we can at least escape to a beautiful island or a country, I should say, because really the imagery is beautiful. It's really stunning. And so I just wanted to share that because it looks like it took a long time to make that film, and I'm very curious to know how long it took for you to make it.
Well, she's been fighting basically since 2011, and so there was archival footage that we've been using from early on, but we actually started documenting her fight towards the end of 2016. So it took us about 3 years to fully complete the film, even though she's been fighting since 2011.
And so can you give us a little tease on what the conclusion is in the film?
In a way, it's, I think no matter what, it's uplifting. Unfortunately, is ongoing in many ways. Once you've watched the film, you'll understand. And again, it's just representative of all big issues that we are facing. There's no one, unfortunately, one easy, straightforward solution, because there are so many elements that go into making big changes.
Yes, and the beauty of Mother Earth really making a stance through individuals, we'll say, right? Because again, this woman is fighting for land, her respectful land that she owns. And so, Jesus, can you share a little bit more of what else is in store throughout this festival that's coming under the Latin Reel umbrella?
Yeah, Latin Reel is co-presenting also Radio Silence, which is a powerful Mexican documentary about Carmen Arizegui, the powerful journalist in Mexico that fights corruption and the government. And the film is also really strong. It's by also another woman filmmaker. It's Juliana Fanjul. And all the films are going to be accessible through the film festival until June 20th. The film festival started yesterday, June 11th, and you can watch a film starting right now until June 20th. But just be aware that once you hit play, your rented movie is going to be available for 24 hours to stream. But you can watch it anytime or join the live screening for Maxima and Radio Silence.
Okay, and so Claudia, before we go, I understand that there's going to be a live event. Let's share that with our audience.
Yes, so like Jesus mentioned, you can buy a ticket right now, watch it right now. You could also, on Tuesday, June 16th, so this Tuesday, you can start watching the film at 6:25 Eastern Time, and then you can join us for a live Q&A that starts right at 8. So it's going to be great because it'll give us an opportunity to, even though we're experiencing this virtually and everybody's at home, we can still come together and discuss these important issues.
Yeah,
so
it's okay. Everybody could take a break from Netflix. And so, Jesus, before we go, how many other films are available for screening?
The selection is really strong. I think it's around 8-9 movies this year. All the films have been multi-award-winning films from all over the world, and a lot of them haven't been seen in New York. So New York audiences are going to be, even US audiences, because the festival is accessible nationwide. So everyone in the US can watch these powerful movies, and not be on Netflix.
Beautiful. And I guess that's the beauty of us being virtually or converting to remote execution. Thank you both for being here with us today. And you guys, once again, that was Jesus Hernandez, Executive Director of Latin Reel, and Maxima Director, Claudia Sparrow. And if you're interested in watching the film festival, the Human Rights Film Festival is taking place from June 11th to June 20th. And the website is hrwfilmfestivalstream.org. Don't go anywhere. Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.